Hi, welcome to Let's Get Social, where online connections turn into live conversations. I'm Chris Bartlett, your host, coming to you today from the 2012 Greater New Haven Chamber of Commerce Expo here in Wallingford, Connecticut. I'm sitting down with a buddy of mine, Joe McCullum, founder and owner of Eagles Wings.
That's correct.
Which is a great name. And what they do is, Joe is a business coach.
That is correct.
Great. So let's tell people a little bit about the special quality that Joe brings to business coaching with his Eagles Wings.
Business coaching is, I work with successful business owners, helping them take their business to the next level. Some owners that I work with are struggling with a sales issue or a marketing issue or even a cash flow.
Yeah, we all need something, let's face it, because you're never really on a plateau. You're moving up, you're moving down, there's always movement, right? They're not static.
Right, and what I bring to that is beyond my credentials, MBA and CPA, is I have a real heart for these owners. These are typically technicians that are brilliant at their task. They didn't get to a level of excellence without that skill set. They have in their heart an entrepreneurial spirit. They've oftentimes been working for somebody and said, why am I making money for this guy?
Right.
I can do it better than he does.
Right, well, you're either working on someone else's dream or your own dream.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. And they've also got the mindset of, you know, his plans, his processes stink, or he doesn't have a good strategy. In their heart, they've got those two components of managing and strategy, but because they're technically, that's their skill set, that's what they rely on. So they've not let those other two men out of the box.
Great. Let me ask you something. What are these sessions like? So what am I to expect when I sign up to get Joe's services through Eagles Wings?
I work with you one-on-one. I have group coaching models as well, but I work with you one-on-one, and we sit down first. You do some self-assessments, and do an inventory.
So there's a process that you would put me through.
Correct.
Okay.
And we identify where your biggest concerns are.
Sure.
And we then attack those concerns.
Great.
And we identify what are some key things you could do inside of that concern to answer it. And then we develop a strategic plan to say, okay, what do we do? What are the next steps? Because we meet weekly, then we establish the plans for what can you do this week.
Great, so little steps. We got baby steps going on.
Exactly. You know, people make, how many times have you made a New Year's resolution and had to come back the next year and make the same resolution?
That's never happened to me, Joe. What are you talking about?
Okay. Well, the deal is that you know where you are and you know where you want to be, and you even know a clear path. But you start along that line, and I like to quote that great philosopher, John Lennon, who said, life's what happens while you're busy making plans.
I love that line. And I'm glad you picked that one.
We go along that path, and life happens, and we stumble a little bit.
Sure.
And we go a little bit further, and more life happens, and we stumble again. Next time we find ourselves so far down the path,
you're not even on the same trail, right?
Make it.
Great.
And by going week to week, a good coach, like me,
keeps things shored up, right?
Is there as you stumble, you fall off a little bit. A good coach is either there above to hold a hand out and say, let me help you back up, or he's there with a sharp boot to give you a lift. And a good coach knows which one to use at which time, and for most of us, it's a little bit of both at different times. But
great. Well, let's tell folks how they can get in touch with you and Eagles Wings and maybe make some great use of your important services.
Well, thank you very much. Joe McCullum, Eagles Wings Business Coaching. I can be reached by phone at 203-747-0541 or by email at joem@eagleswingsbc.com.
And you got a website you want to give them to?
It's in operation. It is not established yet.
Okay, so forthcoming on the website.
And that would be eagleswingsbc.com.
Joe, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Enjoy.
I always enjoy hearing from you. For Let's Get Social, I'm your host, Chris Bartlett. Until next time, I will see you online.